British comfort food has been quietly reconstructed with cheaper ingredients, higher salt, and processing that strips out everything worth eating. Most men reaching for these dishes have no idea what they are actually consuming. Today, we are ranking 10 of Britain's most beloved comfort foods from worst to best, based on what they are genuinely doing to your body. Starting at number 10, the worst of the list, we have the supermarket pot noodle and its category equivalents. Instant noodle pots have become a staple in British households, particularly for working adults who need something fast and filling. But here is what you are actually consuming. A standard supermarket own-brand noodle pot contains between 1.8 and 2.4 grams of salt per serving. The NHS recommends no more than 6 grams per day for adults. One pot gives you up to 40% of that limit before you have eaten anything else. The noodles themselves are made from refined wheat flour that has been deep-fried before drying, meaning the fat content is higher than the packaging implies. The flavor sachets are almost entirely salt, flavor enhancers including monosodium glutamate and maltodextrin. There is no meaningful protein, there is no fiber. There is nothing in a pot noodle that your body genuinely needs. It is engineered to taste satisfying while delivering almost no nutritional value whatsoever. The comfort is entirely psychological. The cost to your health is entirely real. At number 9, we have supermarket frozen lasagna. Lasagna should be one of the most nutritionally complete comfort dishes available. Meat, vegetables, dairy, carbohydrate. Done properly, it covers most of what your body needs in a single meal. But the frozen supermarket version is a different product entirely. The beef content in budget frozen lasagnas is frequently below 20% of the total product weight. The rest is water, starch, and sauce. The cheese layer, which should provide protein and calcium, is often a processed cheese analog rather than real dairy. The bechamel is thickened with modified starch rather than flour and butter, and the salt content is consistently high, typically around 1.5 to 1.8 grams per portion. You are eating the shape of lasagna without most of the substance. It is comfort food as an architectural impression rather than an actual meal. Number 8 is the supermarket sausage roll. The sausage roll is a British institution, and a well-made one is genuinely good food. Pastry, pork, seasoning, simple and honest. But the supermarket version has been engineered to a price point that makes real food impossible. Budget sausage rolls contain pork at levels as low as 32% of the filling. The rest of the filling is rusk, water, soy protein, and flavorings. The pastry is made with palm oil rather than butter or lard, which reduces cost but also reduces flavor and changes the fat profile significantly. The salt content is high, the actual meat content is low, and the pork that is used comes from intensive farming operations where welfare standards sit at the legal minimum. A sausage roll from a proper butcher is a completely different product. What the supermarket sells under the same name is a processed meat product wearing a sausage roll costume. At number 7, we have tinned macaroni cheese. This is the comfort food that most clearly illustrates the gap between memory and reality. The tinned version that millions of British adults grew up eating and still buy today contains macaroni pasta in a sauce that is primarily water, modified starch, and cheese powder. The cheese content is minimal. The sauce achieves its texture through industrial thickeners rather than through actual dairy fat. The salt content per tin is significant, and the overall nutritional profile is poor: refined carbohydrate, minimal protein, minimal fat, high sodium. It is a food that fills you without feeding you, and yet it occupies a powerful emotional position in British food culture that manufacturers exploit without hesitation. At number 6, we have the supermarket chicken tikka masala ready meal. Britain's most popular dish and one of the most nutritionally compromised versions of it. A standard supermarket chicken tikka masala ready meal contains chicken at levels between 25 and 35% of the total product. The sauce is primarily water, tomato paste, cream powder, and a list of flavorings and stabilizers. The spice content is minimal compared to a restaurant or homemade version because real spices are expensive and their flavor is inconsistent at industrial scale. The result is a dish that tastes vaguely of Tikka masala while delivering a fraction of the protein, a fraction of the spice complexity, and a sodium level that would concern any GP looking at it on a regular basis. At number 5, we have baked beans from a tin. And here is where the list starts to shift, because baked beans, done right, are genuinely good food. The problem is that most people are eating the wrong version. Standard supermarket own-brand baked beans contain added sugar levels of up to 8 grams per half tin. The salt content is high, and the tomato sauce is thickened with modified starch rather than being a genuine reduction. But the beans themselves, the haricot beans, are legitimately nutritious. High in fiber, high in plant protein, low in fat. The bean is not the problem. The sauce is the problem. And that distinction matters because it means baked beans are not inherently bad comfort food. They are good food that has been surrounded by a bad sauce. Buy the reduced sugar and salt version, or better still, make your own sauce, and you have one of the most nutritionally complete comfort foods on this entire list. If you are finding this ranking useful and you want to keep seeing honest investigations into British food, please subscribe to UK Food Exposed right now and hit the like button. It costs you nothing and it means we can keep doing this work. Now let us get into the top 4 because this is where the real story gets interesting. At number 4, we have a proper bowl of porridge. Not the instant sachet version, which is a different product entirely and would sit much lower on this list. Proper rolled oats, cooked in water or milk with whatever you choose to add. Porridge is one of the most nutritionally complete breakfast and comfort foods available anywhere in the world. The beta-glucan fiber in oats has been demonstrated in multiple peer-reviewed studies to reduce LDL cholesterol, stabilize blood sugar, and support gut microbiome diversity. The protein content is meaningful. The slow-release carbohydrate provides sustained energy rather than a spike and crash. And the ingredient list, when you buy proper rolled oats, is one item. Oats. That is it. No emulsifiers, no flavor enhancers, no modified starch, just oats. In a food landscape where almost everything has been complicated and compromised, porridge remains stubbornly, defiantly simple. And that simplicity is exactly why it works. At number 3, we have a homemade shepherd's pie. Not the frozen version, not the supermarket chilled version, the real thing made at home from actual ingredients. Lamb mince, onions, carrots, stock, and mashed potato on top. When you make shepherd's pie properly, you are eating a meal that covers protein, complex carbohydrate, vegetables, and fat in proportions that your body can genuinely use. The lamb provides iron, zinc, and B vitamins at levels that are difficult to replicate from plant sources. The vegetables in the base provide fiber and micronutrients. The potato topping, made with real butter and milk, provides energy and additional fat-soluble vitamins. The reason shepherd's pie sits this high on the list is not because it is fashionable or because it has been validated by a nutritionist on social media. It is because it is a dish that evolved over generations to use available ingredients efficiently and feed people well. That kind of accumulated food wisdom is worth more than most modern nutritional marketing. At number 2, we have a bowl of homemade vegetable soup. This might surprise people who associate comfort food with heaviness and indulgence, but a proper homemade vegetable soup, made with a real stock base and whatever vegetables are in season, is one of the most nutritionally dense comfort foods in existence. The key word is homemade. Tinned soup is a different product. Most tinned soups contain sodium levels that are genuinely alarming, with some popular brands delivering over 2 grams of salt per tin. The vegetable content is low and the thickeners are industrial. But homemade soup made from scratch is the opposite of all of that. High vegetable content, controllable salt, real stock that provides collagen and minerals, and a fiber load that supports gut health in ways that processed comfort food actively undermines. It is also one of the cheapest meals you can make. The gap between what homemade soup costs and what it delivers nutritionally is one of the best value propositions in British food. And at number 1, the best comfort food on this list is a properly made roast dinner. Not the supermarket version with processed gravy granules and frozen roast potatoes cooked in palm oil. The real thing. A joint of meat, roasted vegetables, potatoes cooked in proper fat, and gravy made from the pan juices. A proper roast dinner is the most complete meal in the British culinary tradition. The meat provides complete protein and a full spectrum of B vitamins. The roasted vegetables provide fiber, antioxidants, and fat-soluble vitamins that are better absorbed alongside the fat from the meat. The potatoes provide resistant starch, particularly if they are allowed to cool slightly before eating, and the gravy, made from actual meat juices, provides collagen, minerals, and flavor compounds that no granule-based product can replicate. The reason the roast dinner sits at number 1 is not sentiment. It is because when it is made properly, from real ingredients, it is nutritionally exceptional. The tragedy is that most people are eating a processed approximation of it rather than the real thing. Here is the pattern that runs through this entire list. The comfort foods at the bottom are the ones that have been most aggressively industrialized. The ones at the top are the ones that remain closest to their original form. Processing is not neutral. Every step that takes a food further from its raw ingredients, every emulsifier added, every real fat replaced with a cheaper oil, every flavor achieved through chemistry rather than cooking, moves that food further from something your body knows how to use and closer to something it has to work around. The British comfort food tradition is genuinely worth defending, not because of sentiment, but because the dishes that evolved in this country over centuries were, in their original forms, genuinely good food. What has happened to them in the supermarket aisle is not progress. It is profit extraction dressed up as convenience. If this ranking changed how you think about what you are eating, please share it with someone who needs to hear it. Subscribe to UK Food Exposed and ring the bell so you never miss when we expose what is really happening in British food, because the truth about what you are eating matters, and you deserve to know it. Thanks for watching.